What's up, folks? So I just got done watching the panel discussion on REVOLT TV with you had Tamika Mallory, Candace Owens, T.I., rapper T.I., Killer Mike. You know what I mean? They all talking about a couple other people too I'm not as familiar with, but they were equally as important to the panel discussion. But one thing that really, I don't know if I'm really allowed to say this in public, right? But one thing that really tripped me out, that always trips me out, right, is that everybody really agreed with everything that Candace Owens was talking about. But they just really don't like Trump. So I don't know why it really matter if Trump is in office. If we all agree, why can't we come up with a black agenda? Now, I'm sure everybody saw that clip with T.I. when he asked Candace Owens, well, when was America great again? And when was America great and all that, right? And she started talking about, well, there was slavery all over the world. Well, she didn't get to finish. I would have liked to hear what she was about to finish saying, so we could have got her statements on record, so we can actually know what her ideals are. But it's weird to me that we get angry and we don't actually get an opportunity to debate our ideals, so that we get a full conceptualization of what the full spectrum of so-called blacks in America, descendants of slavery, what our ideals are, collectively, and kind of stir it all up. But I thought it was a good step in the right direction, because we had some good topics about economics and social inequality, and police brutality came up, which is pretty much a staple in that conversation about blacks in America. So real quick, what I thought struck me as odd about Killer Mike is that he supports Bernie Sanders' campaign, but he's also a capitalist. He supports all opportunity zones. I don't really get that. And T.I. too, he said he's going to take advantage of the opportunity zones. So, as he should. Now, if we had more black people participate, I think that'll obviously create more black jobs. So I don't know why we don't hop all over that. But a lot of us are opposed to anything that was presented to us or signed in by Trump. And I don't understand that, because, the opportunity zones was actually written up by Tim Scott. So, he's a black guy. So, he got something signed into legislation, and I think we should follow suit. Pay attention to what that man did to really confront power and get us some things that we needed in position. So, everybody was talking about the opportunity zone, so I'm like, how can you disagree with opportunity zones? But, obviously that leads to gentrification. But if we participate, we get some of these rich folks to participate, these black millionaire, multimillionaire, 10 times over like T.I. to participate in these opportunity zones, then, we could come up. Those are jobs that we could pretty much be guaranteed. But I'm starting to wonder why the hell we don't have more participation in the black economy from athletes who are from opportunity zones. I'm about to start boycotting y'all. Shit, you from an opportunity zone and you made it, and you become a millionaire to play sports, and you don't invest in the opportunity zones when you got all these tax breaks and everything, all this incentive to do it, and you just let all these other people from these other communities come move in and just do us dirty. But anyway, if we want to create jobs, we're going to have to participate in these opportunity zones. So I'm looking forward to seeing people, come up with these ventures that we can get involved in as a community. Really pool our money. Now, something that I thought, it didn't really get too much feedback, but the guy Jay Morrison, who I'm going to start following him, because I didn't know really what he was about, because I just should have been dug up. But the Tulsa, Tulsa Realty Fund, I think that's incredible. That's really the epitomization of the IPO model and group economics, and really pooling our money together. And he seems to be somebody of integrity, so I'm really feeling that. But he had a question. He wasn't on the panel, but he had a question for the panel, and he said, well, something that I've been saying to ADOS since I've been on this YouTube thing for the last few, however many months. He said, can we, as black people, just have our own vote, separate, but not exclusive, and not to, isolate ourselves from America, but shouldn't we have our own voting and polling? I know if you've been on this show for a minute, you've been hearing me say that. So that we can kind of establish what those ideals are, so that all blacks across the spectrum of ADOS, Pan-Africans, and so have you, all are represented. And we can come up with our black agenda that way. So Jay Morrison, he asked that question, and nobody really seemed to want to even chime in on that. T.I. says something, I think that'd be a good idea, but I don't know how we going to do it. What you mean you don't know how we going to do it? We on social media all day. You got how many millions of followers once you promote that like you promote voting? Man, like they was talking about our ancestors died for the right for us to vote. That's so true. So yeah, you should take advantage of that opportunity to represent yourself. But the vote itself is really nothing but another census. It's just giving the country a measuring stick, really, to kind of gauge the ideals of what's popular in society right now. People vote from what community, what their needs are, and that's it. But these rights that are, there are just so many more rights that our people and our ancestors died for us to have these other rights, like to come together like they just did at that convention. All those black people together, well, our ancestors died for the right for them to do that. Because the slave code would have told you that, more than two black folks together, you getting murked for that. You know what I mean? You getting hanged, you're getting lynched for trying to communicate. And trying to read, Killer Mike was up there telling you to study. That was against the law. So you better be taking advantage of that too, just like you want to take advantage of voting. Overemphasize that, just like you overemphasize voting. And the right to work together and build something. We didn't have the right to do that and leave inheritance to our kids and create businesses and create opportunities for our own children. We didn't have those rights before. Our ancestors died for the right for us to do that. So we should be overemphasizing those opportunities as well. All right, so look, man, the Jay Morrison question, I think that's what we really need to be focused on, because we don't need to keep waiting on these politicians to give us our black agenda. We know that ain't gonna happen, man. They gonna give us a black agenda? No, we gotta give them a black agenda. We do some voting, some polling, some census data collection, and keep having these forums frequently, open forums, and we come up with the black agenda like that. And then whoever is involved, not just giving us a moral sense of some type of support. No, we want real money. We want support. We want access to real resources once we come up with our black agenda. And I mean, this ain't rocket science. We know what we need. So at the end of the day, man, I think that was really constructive. And I would like for everybody to really focus on the fact that, they all actually agreed with damn near everything Candace Owens said. So to pull out that one little soundbite was kind of immature, whoever was responsible for that. But I see it's floating on social media. But Candace Owens actually sound like she's supporting the hell out of the black community. So I think we better start putting her in position. I mean, if you don't like Trump, I don't like him. I don't even know him. But shit, if I did know him, I don't know if I would like him or dislike him. I don't know him. I don't care. I don't think he's racist. I don't know if he's racist because I'm not the type of person that thinks somebody's racist. If you racist, you the fuck racist. And I know you racist, so I'm going to say it. So I don't know Trump, so I can't say if he's racist or not. Illegal immigration, definitely hurting everybody in America that wants a job or is competing for a job or any type of contracts. Illegal immigrants will definitely take a lower rate than you're willing to take as a citizen. So obviously we all want as much immigration as possible because we love immigration. This is America. But when they come and they competing for the same wages, then we all Americans. We all in the same boat. So I don't know. I don't support illegal immigration. You can kiss my ass about illegal immigration. And these high-ass taxes, Killer Mike, you don't support that. T.I., you don't support high-ass taxes. You don't, man. We can come up with some stuff like the Tulsa Realty Fund, like Jay Morrison. We do that across the board in a couple different industries and shit. Now we pooling our money. And that's what I'm talking about. That's how we supposed to really eat. Get together and really eat. But yeah, we got to do something independent of government, man. We're going to basically just be sitting around for 4 more years waiting for them to decide what our fate is. If you listen to Tone Talks and Yvette Carnell, they know the numbers. We got like 3, 4, maybe 5 more years before the black economy is extinct. So keep voting for socialism and you might be able to get that done rapido. Holla at me, man. Like me, subscribe, hate me, whatever the case may be. But I'll be back on here talking about some real issues that's affecting my community. And yeah, anybody that's out there that don't agree with reparations, I understand why you don't. I don't agree with you. You got to be out your damn mind. But if you don't agree with reparations, that is not a reason for me to not involve you in our plight and in our strategies and in the implementation of our plans. No, because if you're useful to the movement and you have these good ideals and you have, like Candace Owens does, I'm willing to work with Candace Owens. And I think Tamika Mallory and Candace Owens would be a damn hell of a tandem because they don't agree on shit. So they can move the needle. Because once they come out of a room, those are 2 mature women who are very smart and well thought out and very aware of the issues that are at hand that affect our communities. And I'm sure if they sat down more in a room together, they would come up with some legitimate plans, some concrete plans, because neither one of them is bullshitting with you. When they come in the room, they for real. They want results. So I think we should really pull Candace Owens coattail. Pull her coattail, man. Real shit. Like I know I'm gonna take a little bit of hell about saying this because y'all just so enveloped in this damn media, but shit, Candace Owens is a black woman from the hood, and she ain't talking about nothing that I can hear other than the improving the black community. And that's the same thing everybody else up on that panel was talking about. So maybe y'all should put y'all strategies together and just stir that all up. All right? Look, man, like me, subscribe, like I said.